Here.
Where's that from?
Around.
Where's that from?
What?
It's from the worst app ever.
It's just
created.
funny. I just know it from these guys.
He's here. I sense it.
Thanks, Jesus.
Here. Around.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even in the community.
But you're part of it.
It's less of a community and more of a cesspool.
I'm so confused.
It's from iFunny. That's all you need to know.
Hey, we don't talk about iFunny.
I
Ladies and
left that a
gentlemen,
long time ago.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
welcome back to the CodeO-cast. This is episode 11. My name is Omar, and I'll be taking care of y'all this evening.
Take care of me.
No,
Failure,
I'm
failure,
taking
failure.
care of them, not of you.
Ah. Well, are you gonna feed him?
Thank you.
Oh man.
My name is Omar, and I am here with
Codes.
Freddy.
Omar.
I've given up already.
This is Omar 2.0.
It's been 45 seconds and I've given up.
Apparently, I got an update.
About.
You became
No, apparently I got an update. Omar 2.0.
Yeah,
Bro,
but you got
Yeah,
Dr.
they
Here.
just didn't do the trade-in bonus. So.
Exactly.
Bro,
Sponsored by
if you're an
Somalia.
iPhone 7, I'm like an iPhone 2 compared to you.
What?
I couldn't think of anything because he said
I can
upgrade,
tell.
so I was like downgrade.
I'm just a pager compared to
The
you.
only iPhone I remember was from 4 on. I don't even know what the first one to the third one looks like.
They all look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every phone looks the same.
They all
eventually.
look the same.
That's racist. What?
Okay. So, in this episode, it is currently February 11th, and we are a few days from the dreaded day, or the most amazing day of the year for some.
February?
Or the most amazing day for most of you, or none of you, Valentine's Day.
Oh, crap. Maybe I shouldn't have been in this episode.
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
And so, I wanted to kick it off,
I haven't celebrated Valentine's Day in ever.
but I'm sure you've attempted something.
It's been years.
I think the best part about Valentine's is when you're... I'll let them cry for a bit.
Quick
I'm
cut.
gonna just
we're back
eat
to
my
normal.
I'm just eat my non-branded golden snack.
Bro.
Just not in the center of the table.
Non-branded golden snacks were there for me before anyone else. They were there for me for the last 24 Valentine's days.
Gosh, dude.
Why were you able to eat them when you were a baby?
I wasn't eating them. I said they were just there for me.
Alright, fair enough.
The doctor was ready with the pack of them just
They
as he were coming
smile,
out of the
man.
room.
They just smile at you, man. It's that
He
feeling
protects,
of-
he attacked, but most importantly, he's the snack that smiles back.
Oh my gosh.
Not sponsored.
I hope so one day. I think the best part of a Valentine's Day is when you're in elementary and you're doing the little cards for everyone, no matter if you like them or not, because you're forced to do so. So I think it's like the pseudo Halloween because there's no dressing up, but you still get candy from every single person. It looks like Cody didn't get any candy from everyone. It seems.
Yeah,
So-
forced obligatory candy's the best.
I mean, I would just take a bucket and I would get all of it. It didn't matter if the kid that was giving me candy was a bully of mine. He still was giving me candy.
I have a couple embarrassing stories
that-
about Valentine's Day
So do
in
I.
elementary school.
So do I.
You want to go
Start.
first or I go
I
first?
don't know, man. It's up to you.
So, as a child, I didn't get much attention from girls. And so anytime
Same.
a girl would show me any sort of attention or affection, I thought it was just a joke or a prank.
Ooh.
And I was really scared of reciprocating it. But I remember in like 3rd or 4th grade, a girl actually came up to me and gave me chocolates and was like, "Will you be my Valentine?" And I was like, She didn't do this to anyone else, just me. And so thinking about it now, yeah, she was being genuine. But at the time, I was so full of anxiety and I was just freaking out that I literally snatched the candies out of her hand and was like, "Yes!" And I yelled at her and I ran out of the classroom. I just screamed, "Yes!" I just ran away. I didn't know what to do. I was scared. It's never happened before. So I was freaked out.
She was just a lonely NPC who wanted to give you something.
Oh, she was
and
probably
you took
just
it,
as
man.
nervous as I was, and I ruined it.
I think that's the best outcome that could have happened.
And I remember I was sitting at my desk eating the chocolates, just looking at her like all angry. And I could hear her go back to her desk with her friends, and she was like, "He said yes." It was rough, man. It was rough.
No.
So that's one story.
No.
Pass.
There you go.
Oh, which one should I tell? Ah, damn it.
What's the one you can remember the best?
I cannot stop eating these.
I remember
wafers.
all
Oh
of
my
them the
God.
best.
Start with the first one.
What's the earliest?
So technically, I was assaulted.
Oh.
Oh.
This was like back when I even knew what that meant. So
Okay.
it was daycare times, and
Daycare time?
yes, back in when I was like wee little lad.
Ah, that's
Even
like
s-
infant.
You're an action figure?
Elementary BC.
I don't know. I can't measure how tall I was. I was small. I still am.
He was small.
smaller.
Small.
Yes.
You're small. Back then, you were small.
Yes. So, this is some chick I never even talked to, never even knew, never liked, nothing, right? Never even associated with. One day, I'm just there playing in the playground. She grabs me, picks me up against the wall, and then kisses me. I'm like, what the fuck?
You met your first tsundere.
Sounds a lot better than mine.
That doesn't really sound like soon that they went up to him, though.
That's true.
It was unwanted.
If anything, that's
Unwarranted.
it.
Ah.
I was just there like, I just walked off. Like, why did that happen? I don't want that to happen.
That's amazing.
But did
How
she
old
ever-
are you?
Oh,
He said it was in the daycare.
yeah.
So that's like 5 or 6.
yeah. Like, actually, yeah, I think around.
So, I mean, yeah, because like
Like-
kindergarten.
like around
Wow.
I was like 4 or
Yeah.
5
You
when
were
that happened.
super young, and she just put you up against the wall and kissed you.
Yeah, she was like around the same age as me, so she just picks me up against the wall, and then, cause she was kind of like not small.
She probably saw her family do or her parents do that, and she probably imitated it.
I hope so. I hope so.
Or she watched a lot of movies.
Did she ever talk to you again?
No, she never talked to me in the first place. She just did that out of nowhere.
I mean, you were probably the only kid she didn't talk to, so there was going to be no consequences out of that.
Is it assault if a kid does it to another kid of equal age?
I don't know.
That's what I'm
Cause-
questioning here.
Yeah, isn't it have to do with like the intention behind it? Like
Yeah.
you meant to like, disregard how they feel just so you get.
Oh no,
your
officer,
something
you
out of
weren't
it?
there. They did say they wanted it. You
Yeah,
weren't
but
there.
if a guy does it to a girl, it's assault. If a girl does it to a guy, it's like cute. So it's kind of like weird
Yeah.
to put it
That
into
is
terms.
Another story was the one that I told, like, I think that one time we talked about embarrassing crush stories. The one with the flowers to the chick that was already taken. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
on Valentine's
That's
Day, too.
the other one. Oh, that was on Valentine's.
That was on Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay.
But when you were like, oh, I love, like, getting candy from people, even though, like, it's like a thing you have to do. No, we
Yeah.
didn't have to do that.
Did you know?
You talked about how bullies even gave you candy. You were, like, accepting of it. No, we didn't get shit. It was like, okay, if you want to give somebody something, yeah, go
Mhm.
for it. Like, if they're your friends or whatever, yeah. But if somebody hated you, they didn't have to do it.
Yeah, what our schools would do is they would give every parent a roster of the attendance list in your homeroom class.
Yeah.
And from there, the mom would literally just, with her pretty handwriting, just write everyone's names, to, from, yada yada, stick the candy with some scotch tape, and then you would take it with you. And
No, I did it all myself.
so even
Yeah.
if you guys like didn't get candy from everyone, you guys must have had some favorite Valentine candy though.
Oh man, my crush knew what to get me back in the day.
What was it?
It was great. So, one thing I
Chuck
love.
pushed him against the wall and gave him a I remember you.
No. I hope I never see that chick again. That was scary. But no, back in elementary school, there was this girl who was really, really close to me that I kind of liked. It was the one that I went down the slide with in that other story.
Okay.
So every Valentine's Day, she knew me very well, so she knew exactly what I liked. I liked sweet tarts, those like little heart lollipops that you get on Valentine's Day too, that only come around during Valentine's Day.
Those are pretty sweet.
She knew where to get these like strawberry kind of looking things. What are they called? The strawberry candies that your grandma always had or something like that.
Strawberry candy?
Oh yeah, they're like in the strawberry.
yeah.
Oh, I know
Dude,
those
those
now.
things are
She knew where to get those because her grandma had like a shit ton of them, so she always give me those.
Like every grandma.
Yeah, every grandma just has those.
Yeah.
Note to everybody out there: once you become a grandma, you just get like a lifetime supply of those. Anyways,
Or you end up with a drawer that's filled with random trash inside of it.
that too.
Yeah, if you're a guy who more than likely it's only guys listening to this podcast, you must all become grandmas. Get those candies.
Make the switch now. No. Oh no,
What?
don't do it. Anyways, so she got me all of those things. She got me like the sour punch straw. She got me like every single candy that I loved. It was amazing, dude. I love that. And that was like one of the best Valentine's Day stories, honestly. But there's another one where it was the same chick, and I was not ready to like be up front and say, "Hey, I like you." That didn't come till later on. Anyways,
So instead, you were vague and you said,
No.
"I want you."
No,
Not in that way.
No.
So, would you?
Yeah.
I admire your work ethic,
No.
and I think your professionalism is above tier.
Like, one of my friends who was freaking tall literally held me back in class after
A
everybody.
lot of
was
tall
walking
people
out.
like to hold you.
Yeah.
No, the,
You were just treated like a toy in elementary. Is that what it was?
no,
Jesus.
the one in daycare wasn't tall. She was just big.
Oh.
Ah.
Like,
He looks right at me when he says that. I was like, yes.
What are you trying to say?
no, like a little bit like on the big side.
All
That's
right.
why. So, but this dude was just tall.
Okay.
So he holds me back during class, and he makes my crush wait after class. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? No, don't do it. Like, I'm telling him, like, I'm begging him, don't do it. He just outright says it to her. And then my anxiety flared. I literally went under a desk and cried.
Oof.
That was the most embarrassing thing. And then she literally grabs my hand, picks me up, and then just hugs me and walks me off. She's like, it's okay, it's okay. I'm like,
So not even anything came out of that.
That's more affirmation than most people get.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
God, these freaking goldfish are good.
not sponsored by Goldfish.
I mean,
They're non-branded gold.
these non-branded gold snacks are amazing.
What about you, Freddie? You said you shouldn't have been on this one. Is there a reason?
Nah, that was mostly just a throwaway joke.
Okay.
Yeah. Cause like a lot of like I don't know, Valentine's Day is I really just kind of consider it like a whatever kind of holiday. I mean,
Yeah.
as time went on, before I was never really all about certain holidays, but now, you know, being as I am right now, I don't really care for holidays and you know birthdays and all that. I don't. It's whatever, man. But yeah, but you know, when it comes to Valentine's Day sort of thing, there was always the whole like idea of like getting your crush or interest or whatever something and all that. I won't get into specifics, but I was very obsessed with a particular girl for a long time since middle school
Freddy
and
was
stuff.
a young
It's true, I was the girl.
Yeah, I was.
Freddie was a yandere for Carlos, guys. 10 out of 10. Canon.
Yeah, so I would. Yeah, so I would. I don't remember exactly the things that I would try, but there have been instances where I've tried to at least get something for them. Yeah, and I don't recall. At least I can't remember anything specific of receiving. I did get something from friends though, because we always did like. The person I was interested in, she would also get stuff for everybody and like for the class and stuff. She was one of the ones that kind of kept that up. Yeah, also one of my other close friends as well. She also would do that. Funny enough, they were also pretty close friends themselves. with each other.
Well,
Yeah, it was a trio. I had several different friend groups.
If that wasn't enough hints, you now know who you are.
Yeah.
oh.
I mean, I'd imagine that they do. I didn't. It's not like I hung around with everybody.
Yeah, true.
Just one day watching this podcast, like, hey, I remember. Oh,
You did come from a small school.
Yeah, like everybody just knew everybody. It was like my classroom was just like 29 people. So like if they don't know, then yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was kind of the thing. So I don't remember having much of a favorite candy, but I, chocolates are always great.
What kind of chocolate?
Hershey's. I
Okay.
guess. Yeah.
But just Hershey or
That
milk?
was fast.
Almond?
Milk chocolate.
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
I guess almond is also pretty good too. Oh, dude, best chocolate would probably be the ones that they make you sell, the world's finest. Or
I love
dude,
those.
Yeah, those are really
those
good.
are awesome.
The caramel ones are top tier. Those are the best ones.
I would always have to pay myself because I would.
For reals.
Dude,
I love
yeah.
those things.
You always
There's
have
like
a bunch of memories in there.
There was like the almond ones, the regular ones, the caramel ones. Those three were my favorite.
Y'all do like the sellings of like whoever sells the highest or whatever. Like
Oh,
some
yeah.
competitions.
I
Yeah.
hated that because I was this really shy, anxiety-filled kid.
I wasn't a
Prices
band
are not
group, so
really
I didn't
worth
have
it.
to do that.
All I did was sell one box, and I was like, "That's it. I did it. That's all I need." Because there are people who sell multiple boxes, and they really gunned it.
Yeah.
I just settled for the one box. Maybe I'll get the second one just so I can have the chocolate, but I'll just I'm not gonna bother going for that. I'm not gonna make it.
It was weird because they would tell you, just like, all right, here's a warning. Go and only fundraise to family and friends. But even then, there's only so many family and friends that are close to you to sell it to.
There were only so many family and friends within my small town.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If
but-
anything, they were selling to each other.
Yeah, dude.
You need family connections because I knew this one girl in my school she was selling those. She had a family doctor who knew her family really well, and the doctor would buy like 5 boxes on his own, like right off the bat.
Just so we could sell them again on the doctor's office.
Yeah, dude, because he needs to turn a profit. He's a doctor. They don't make a lot.
You're struggling right now.
No, man.
Well, he's a doctor, not a dentist, so he didn't do anything, just giving them out.
I guess that's a good point that you brought out when you were saying like you don't remember any specifics, but
No.
like what's an extravagant, like the most extravagant attempt or gift that you gave someone during Valentine's? Like what's like your last ditch ever? I know when I was dating back in high school, what I did was I grabbed a trifold poster. I put my first initial on the left, I put her first initial on the right. I put a heart filled with like our favorite colors alternating, and then I put her favorite chocolate on each dot. So even after she ate all the candy, there was still the portrait and all that for her to
Man, what a
keep.
simp, am I right?
Dude, this
That
is
was
so-
that.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
That was not it. I also had a huge bear that from like her waist all the way up to like her head. That was that big for her to carry home. So
Jesus.
that was the most extravagant one that I did. How about you, Cody?
Right.
Alright, now back to your question.
How about you?
Wait, what? What was it?
Funny. Hilarious.
All right.
Simp.
Alrighty. What's your extravagant attempt, huh?
What was it? Oh yeah, I got her like this huge thing full of all her favorite candies, like her favorite chocolates, her favorite sour candies. She also liked Ferrero Rochers too, just like I did. So that was
Those
like
are amazing.
they're amazing.
I was like,
So
something happened there.
So I got all this stuff. I got her like, it wasn't a bear, but it was like her favorite little stuffed animal type of thing. It's called a Pusheen, I think.
Oh,
It's
what?
like- it's called a Pusheen, like a cat. It's a cat
Persian?
thing. Pusheen. No, it's like
Pusheen.
Pusheen. Put up a picture right here so people know. I'll show you guys later. But I got her in one of those. I put it all in like this gift basket thing. My mom helped me wrap it up, and I gave it to her. And I took her on a date that day. We went to the park. We went to like her favorite restaurant. We just went everywhere. It was awesome.
Nice.
And that was like the most I've actually spent on, or most I've actually did for any like girl out there. Also, I will not say what happened afterwards.
Cool.
Cool. Because
The only
nobody
because-
asked.
Exactly. Cut it here. Cut it here.
Cut it like 2 minutes ago. that was just cringe going cringier.
Eat your goldfish and despair.
Eat your non-branded gold snack.
Thank you.
It's like you said you didn't want to
Cut it
talk
here.
about it, but you kept going about
I'm
it.
gonna make y'all ask me about it until we talk about it, but I'm not gonna talk about it.
I don't know. I do this all the time. Where it's like I'm not gonna. Then all of a sudden I just flip a switch and it's like, okay, I'm talking about it. Wait, I just talked. About it.
I'll say though, you do this kind of often, even when it's just me and you in the car.
I
Like,
do.
We'll be like,
I don't know why I
No,
do
we're
this.
trying to cover for him now.
just listening to
No.
music, and he'll be like,
Don't cover. For
how are you doing? And he's just like, he's see me down. He's just like, I don't want to talk about it right now. And then by the end of the car ride, he already told me everything.
I
hilarious.
hate that so much.
What about you guys? Any extravagant
I hate
attempts?
Dude, every time I think about Valentine's, I think about how cringy it always gets. Like, I don't think I have a good Valentine's memory. So there was this one girl I really liked, and so we and her were pretty good friends. So I thought, here's a good thing I could do. I can fill up her locker with a bunch of Valentine's Day stuff, balloons,
Okay.
candies, gifts, little knickknacks here and there.
How do you get inside her locker though?
I knew her combination. She would always put stuff in my locker. I'd put stuff in her locker.
Oh, okay.
And so,
Cool.
yeah. So I was like, I know the
You would
combination.
just like cut up the bolts and stuff like that. Just push the whole door.
Actually, I did rip off a locker door one time in high school just
Oh.
because I was trying to open it. But the locks at our locker, you can open it by just ripping the top off, and I accidentally ripped the whole door off. So it could be done. But no, I knew her combination, and so I was like, I know she's gonna get here probably a little late from school, so I could just go in there and push it all in there, whatever. What I forgot was that they were doing school projects, and she was bringing a school project where she had to make, I forgot what it was, but it was like a stick thing where you glue sticks and stuff. And she was like making some sort of, it was like something for like shop class or whatever.
Okay.
And she was like making something out of sticks, and she was making like a little building or something. I forgot what it was.
All right.
She opens the locker, she puts it down, she opens the lock, and all my gifts flood out and fall right onto her.
Wait, so they destroyed your project?
The project.
Why do you live in a sitcom show?
Why is my life suck? Dude,
That's
I
hilarious.
had candies. I had like a mug. I had like a bunch, like a little
Why did you fill the locker in a way that it would just fall out?
No, I didn't know it was gonna fall out. I really thought I had it good because the balloons. I guess.
You have balloons in there? What?
I was so confident. I should have known that it wasn't gonna fit when I had to shove the door.
Oh my gosh, you
But I thought it was going to work out.
Wait, so you were with her when she opened it?
No, I was like, because I was walking her to her class, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go this way. I'll see you later. And she's like, all right, see you. And then like I stayed just to watch to see her reaction when she opened it.
Did you have it marked with the name and all that? Yeah? Okay.
It was. I made it blatantly clear it was me.
The balloon smell from Carlos.
Oh my god.
I absolutely hate my life, and this is like one of the first times I've ever talked about it. Just 'cause I hate talking about Valentine's Day stuff.
Jeez Louise.
It was embarrassing,
Oh
and I
my
hated it.
Gosh.
But looking back at it now, it was so funny because she played it off super cool. Like afterwards, it was like, yeah, it sucked. I had to lose points because I had to turn in my project later, but it was still really hilarious. We never dated or anything like that, but it was a good try. I will say though, if it didn't mess up her project, it probably would have helped.
Yeah.
Dude, my life is just a train wreck.
Just keeps descending and descending.
I know.
And look where you're at now. The lowest point of your life.
In a podcast show.
Now I'm on a podcast with 3 of my roommates. Well, 2 of my roommates. We're doing good.
So you think we were going up?
Nah. We plateaued minimum.
Oh,
We're not going up. We're just descending.
Ready?
I mean, just not getting worse is better.
If we're looking on the up and up, we're not
That
getting
is
any
the
worse.
fairest point I've ever heard.
Yeah. Let's see. As far as like, I don't remember like Valentine's specifics. I know there were times where I think I had gotten the person that I was like really obsessed with, like maybe like some sort of like stuffed animal thing. I think also with some like maybe chocolates or whatever. I don't remember. I'll be perfectly honest. Since like I want to say like 5 years ago. I've been doing my best to forget everything, but
Relatable.
yeah. So
Very relatable.
yeah, it's
I tried to forget my instance, and now look where it's all just
Yeah.
coming out.
yeah. I only remember the latter halves like in high school and stuff. Pretty yeah. As far as what something that I do remember. This wasn't Valentine's. This was like I think it was prom. Yeah, and it was junior prom, and then I remember doing the whole thing. Getting the dress, or whatever. Going, dancing. I don't like to dance. I really don't like to dance.
I'm not the best at it either, so I can relate.
Yeah.
Dancing sucks.
I
Yeah.
just hated my prom, dude.
Yeah, I think
I hated it.
I think the idea was that we were trying to dance to as many songs as we could, and I
Nope.
tried.
I mean, I can't really say much, but when I went to my prom, it really helped that there was a lot of people. There was a lot of couples there, so even if you were doing bad, you weren't really getting attention. But you're from a small school, so how many people were actually there? And not everyone goes to prom, regardless.
It was just me and my date.
Yeah, it was my grade and the one above, just
Okay.
junior and sophomore. I think in total it was probably like, let's see, because I'm pretty sure like most of my, not all of them, but most of my class did go. So I think it was still like at least like 15 to 20 people from my class.
Nothing.
That
And
is
then,
nothing.
That's garbage.
And then like from the upper class, they did have more. So there was like, I think for them it was just like, 20, 30. Yeah. It wasn't big.
Even then, that's not a.
That's
yeah,
garbage.
There's tiny crowd.
it was very tiny. It was we had our prom in our high school, in the cafeteria.
I mean, so did I, but
yeah, and it was just like, I don't, you can tell who's who, you can tell whatever.
yeah.
Nothing's, like in the place where I live, everybody knows everything about everyone at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I just did I did my best, and people did know. At the time, I tried my best to not show that I was very much into her, but everybody knew I was into her. Looking back on it, it was no secret at all. I don't know why I was so like shy about it, but yeah. And then I remember afterwards also making a plan to where I had my dad get it was her favorite restaurant. She said P.F. Chang's, I think. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and then she had that taken over to my place, and we were gonna watch a movie with her favorite actress in it. And so that's kind of what the plan was, like after prom and all that. And then we're, kind of just watching the movie, whatever, eating the food. It was pretty good. It was like a lettuce wrap thingy. Afterwards, I took her back to her place. It was like a 2-minute drive. It's a small town. Yeah, and then, I remember, and at the end of it, I do believe that we kissed. And yeah, that's what happened.
I hated my prom.
Well, what happened in your prom?
My ex kept bitching the entire time.
About?
So, first of
I
all,
guess I don't know what Cody likes hanging with Omar.
so first off, when I literally tell her, "Oh yeah, I'm going to prom," like literally inviting her to come with me, she says yes. Like, even though that's
The
not really-
audacity.
No.
Say yes.
This is just this is just for context. Even though it's not her scene that she would ever be at, she still said yes. I'm like, okay, that's cool. We get there, she's like complaining about how there's so many people here, like the lights and everything, like the dance floor, all that shit. So we're just sitting there at a table eating, and then me back then I would love to dance, so I was like, hey, do you want to go dance with
Back
me?
then?
More than I do now.
Alright.
Yeah.
More than I do now. So I tell her, hey, do you want to like go dance with me for a little bit and stuff like that? She's like, no, I don't really dance. I'm like, okay. Do you mind if I like just like, cause I even told her, you know how I am. Like, if you don't want me to go dance, then I'll just be here the entire night. It's cool. And then she's like, no, go dance. Like, it's your prom. You can have fun, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, I'll be right back. So I go dance with a few friends of mine, and it's getting all hyped and everything. They keep pushing me back into the dance circle, even though I'm trying to get out. And then I eventually make myself out, and then I go back to the table. It wasn't even really that long. And then she's just bitching left and right, like, how could you leave me at this table alone? I'm like, you said it yourself that I can go. You know how I love to dance, but at the same time, I even told you I would have been fine just chilling here with you all night. You made the choice for me, and then you cannot get after me for doing that. And she's just complaining about the music, complaining about the lights still all night, the food, complaining about everything, and saying how she had to go to another table with some of her friends just because I, quote unquote, left her alone. I'm like, I didn't leave you alone. I asked you first. I straight up said, I can stay here all night with you. It's fine. I don't mind it at all. I'm still going to have fun regardless. Or I could just go dance really quick and come back. So the entire night, she's bitching about it. The entire limo ride to IHOP, she's bitching about it.
Limo ride.
Yeah.
It was a limo?
Her dad,
Wow.
her dad got us a limo.
Wow.
I can see now where it comes from. It all makes sense now.
So the entire ride back, she's bitching about it, like just keeping her distance. I'm just like, all right. So we get to IHOP, everything's fine for some freaking reason. Get back to the limo. On
She
the way
was
to
just
her-
fine.
No, then we get back to the limo on the way to her place, and then she's still like pissed about it. Like, seriously? After all this time, like 2 hours have passed after prom, and you're still pissed about this.
That poor limo driver. Just having to hear this.
Yeah.
I would just raised up the window.
Like, I wasn't yelling or anything. I was just like,
Okay.
are you kidding me? Like, being quiet because
Yeah.
I know what the limo driver has to go through. He's, like, told us about it on the way over to prom. Like, how he's all... Even after he dropped us off, he was like, I always get, like, these really loud people. They're really, like, bad. They spill a whole bunch of stuff on the floor. You guys are, like, the nicest people I've ever had.
Wow.
When in reality, I was just trying not to be loud.
Yeah.
So, drop her off. I'm like, don't expect me to go to your prom. Because if you're going to be like this, then I'm not going to go. Like, straight up told her that.
Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like she would have gone anyways, did she?
She did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. She bitched about that too.
Oh.
Some people just like to complain. You know, people just like to complain about this, that.
Some
whether
people
it
get
means
no
anything or
attention.
not.
They got to get it from anywhere else.
Yeah.
So, like, in a sense, she's spending her money for 2 years just so she can just complain. So, in the end, she's the one losing.
Exactly. That should have been like the red flag right then and there, like how bad of a personality she had. Because she was literally just a bitch who didn't want me to have fun.
My ex literally put me on a stool to stand on a stool, and she was like, "Look, wouldn't it be much better if you were this tall?"
Oh shit, dude. No.
Dang.
I almost went through something similar.
No.
Yeah.
I went through
And then
something similar.
to make it even worse, she was like, "Look, it would be much better if you were this tall. That way, if I hug you like this, my head would be up to your chest."
No.
And I was just like, I guess.
I would turn around and be like, no, I want to be down here because I can be on your chest.
We were the same height, Freddy.
Oh, you missed out.
Why are you kneeling every time you hug me?
If you're gonna be short, commit to it, Omar.
Alright, I'm gonna shave off a few inches on my legs. I'll be right back.
When I went through something similar, where it was the same chick. One night we're just chilling. I didn't really like The Walking Dead. We were watching that because she simps over Norman Reedus.
Oh.
And she's like, wouldn't it
I
be...
do too. I mean,
know. She's like,
it's
wouldn't it be
common enough.
nice if you're like that tall, that buff, that this, that, like literally everything that I wasn't, pointing out everything I'm insecure about. Just like, wouldn't it be nice if you were just like a better, like you just looked better. I'm like, excuse me?
That's the thing that kind of sucks. Is like you're not content with what you have. Why are you trying to change them? It was just weird.
But if we do that to women, we get canceled on Twitter.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like, what the heck's up with that?
If we do that, it's body shaming. If they do that to us, it's preferences.
Mhm.
I'm just like,
It's
This
just
is why
it's
they're-
just a girl knowing what she wants, and if we do that, it's a guy being sexist and terrible and just a horrible person.
exactly.
They're playing Build a Boy.
This is why I hate this.
Bob.
Exactly.
Oh, you know, that's not Bob.
Bad.
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 Abba?
What?
Baba?
Appa, yip.
The Babadook.
Oh.
Anyway.
Bangladesh.
Anyways, yeah, this is why I don't date at being 5'3", dude. Cause I'm like too short for literally everybody.
Yeah, you got hit up by a couple Japanese women. That counts for something. They're all around your height range.
Aren't well. I know this is probably stereotypical or general, but aren't Asians typically shorter? That's like a thing in it.
Yeah, that's why. That was about. They're around your height range.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I believe in you, Cody.
I mean, you already look like you're from Asia, with the whole looks you're going with. So I'm sure you can nail it.
Yeah, everyone in Asia has red hair.
I mean, what is that people like?
That's true.
Like the freaking BTS
Wait, no,
and
no,
all
no.
that. All of them.
Put your bangs
Anime characters,
forward,
all
and you look like
things.
BTS. Look.
Dude,
Look at the camera. That's BTS right there.
there you go, dude. He's got the look.
Yeah, he's
Like,
got
that's
the
just
look.
like-
I don't
no,
get it. How is he behind the scenes? I don't get it.
He's in the front.
That's the irony. They're on the foreground when they claim to be in the back. Oh no. Speaking of big acts of love.
This Valentine's Day just eating chocolate by myself.
Omar's like, it's transition time.
That's hot.
Hot. It's just Cody's like burning down to the ground. That's hot.
Speaking of big acts of love, let's talk about one big act of love that a fictional character is doing for another, whether they like it being done for them or not. Wanda creating a whole fictional world for Vision and her family. Spoiler for WandaVision, but I don't care.
Spoiler warning. Boom.
Boom, there it is.
Boom.
It'll probably be for the rest of the episode, so.
Boom. There you
WandaVision
go.
is amazing. I've seen all the episodes so far, and
I'm so
Dear
excited for
God.
the one coming out tomorrow.
I've seen the
I
game
know,
theory.
dude. Literally every episode has just gotten better and better and better. There's like, it's just so freaking good.
When I saw the beginning, I initially thought it was her doing this subconsciously, like creating this world out of like grief or like her fear of losing everyone she loves. But as it progresses, it's like it's just showing how crazy she's getting, and it's great.
Yeah, man. I totally know what you're talking about, and that makes sense. Yeah.
What if during this entire ordeal, she's actually controlling Vision's dead body?
What?
So,
What if that was a thing too?
do you care about spoilers for the show?
I've never seen this show.
We should
So-
have a counter for how many goldfish I've eaten because we're like in the triple digits now.
Yeah. Because you're
I'm not
Non-sponsored
doing
Golden
that.
Snacks.
I'll do a super cut at the end of the video.
Non-sponsored Golden
No,
Snacks.
don't commit.
are
Don't
best.
commit. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
There's
He just
Excuse
talks.
me.
That's all he is. Talk.
Do it.
Here, and here.
In WandaVision, they reveal around like the fourth or fifth episode that she broke in a facility of Sword. She broke into this facility called Sword that was holding the body of Vision, and they show video footage of her breaking in and stealing it, and from them they calculate that she's doing this either out of grief, since they had an agent that accidentally broke into her little part of the world and broke out just as easily because Wanda realized that she's not part of the people that she brought in willingly.
Yeah.
She expelled this special agent out, and she's like, "Oh, it's Wanda." Like as soon as you get into her little world, she changes you. She adapts your attitude and your clothing, your lifestyle to resemble the time period that she's doing. Because it starts in the 50s, right? And then it starts going up the decades every episode.
Mm-hmm.
And so the very latest one is in the 80s?
80s.
It stops in the 80s, and that's when like Vision's kind of realizing what's going on. And it's the best moment is when they're having a little argument and they're floating in the air just screaming at each other. It's so
They're
good.
about to throw down.
Honestly, I thought they were about to wreck the whole house with Tommy and Billy in it.
Dude, for real. Would have been sick.
In the series, Wanda gives birth to like twins.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because in the episode that they're born, they grow up like in they're born in one episode, and then the next episode they go from little toddlers all the way to 10-year-olds like that.
They just keep growing.
You
up
just
on
see
their
them keep growing.
It's pretty great.
It's
I
freaky.
saw the game theory, no, film theory, right?
Film
And this
theory.
one- I saw the film theory in one of this, and it's actually canonical to the comics.
Yeah, they based off of 3 comics. It's
Yeah.
freaking great.
So something like I kind of wanted to talk about is like, where do you guys think this is gonna start taking us in terms of the next big bad of the MCU?
A lot of people are saying Galactus.
Galactus?
Just because it's starting to introduce all the Marvel characters now because of the merger. Obviously, with the last cameo, Quicksilver from from
The Fox Marvel.
Fox Marvel is in this now. That's like a $71 billion cameo. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And so obviously they're gonna intertwine all those different universes. And now they're talking about the expanding universe, the multiverse. When they talked about that in Far From Home. And so they're just gonna like bring in all these different characters and all these different types of worlds that they're just literally expanding as far as they can from the comic books, and it's gonna be amazing. So you definitely need a multiverse type of threat, and I think Galactus is probably the next step to that.
I feel like with this, it could lead to them like shutting down Wanda's whole like world thing, and then her just getting so mad she becomes like a temporary big bad, but really this leads to like other characters that are not really well known, like Mephisto.
Yeah,
It's literally
Mephisto's definitely the big bad for WandaVision
Yeah.
itself. Like that's definitely what they're hinting at.
hmm And then
With Agnes running around.
Yeah.
Agnes being her neighbor in the series. She's the neighbor, and she kind of like, you can tell she's in the know of what's going on, while everyone else is like totally like being mind controlled by Wanda.
Yeah, she's supposed to be Agatha from the comics.
Which is a witch that worships Mephisto, which is probably going to be the big bad. Which it's really weird because she's really in the know every time that something weird happens, and Wanda lets weird things happen in her own world. Agatha's always there to complement her craziness. And so it gets more apparent as the episodes go on, but the initial, it's more like, hey, how's it going? I'm just your friendly, chirpy neighbor.
It would be amazing if they did what they did in the comics, and if Mephisto tried to go against the god of the Black Panther, and the Black Panther god literally just destroys Mephisto, because Mephisto's nowhere near strong enough for that. Because that's how Mephisto gets destroyed in the comics. That would be super cool.
What's the name of the deity? Bast?
I don't know. I just said Black Panther god. That's the only thing I know. But like that would be so cool. Imagine if like whoever gets the Black Panther next pops up in WandaVision while Mephisto's like super strong, and then Mephisto goes into their soul, tries to destroy the Black Panther god, and he just freaking wrecks them. Dude, that would be amazing.
I think that when they do the next Black Panther movie, I feel like they're gonna have to stage like a fake death of T'Challa so they can pass on the
CGI.
mantle. Yeah,
CGI.
to Shuri. Because I think that I don't know what other way they would have to take to.
They're gonna have to pull like a Paul Walker and get like somebody who kind of looks like him and then just CGI their face.
It's weird how many times Disney has had to do that.
Disney's not even good at it. Like I've literally seen other standalone YouTubers who do better CGI than Disney does with their CGI faces.
I think they're leading up to Ultron.
That's also true. I mean, yeah, they're definitely gonna head back to him eventually. I can't stop eating it.
You think they would?
Yeah, they've been hinting at Ultron coming back. Plus,
Really? How?
He keeps popping up in the other movies, like his head in Homecoming. They reference him in like a few other movies, but they're like hinting at him coming back like he did in the comics. Because in the comics, he does come back, and he's just as powerful, if not more, every time. He
Back and better than ever. Ultron 2.0.
Yeah, Ultron's the type of villain in the comics that repeatedly comes back when you think he's gone, but he's not.
I mean, because he was Data, right? He's just.
That's why you always make a backup, kids.
The Cloud.
What if he just like makes the Avengers antagonist version of the villains, starts getting peeps together?
Oh, yeah, I get what you mean. That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting. But then again, he's arrogant and just very self-centered, so I
I
don't
mean-
think he would stoop to that.
I mean, then again, the new Spider-Man movies are hinting towards a Sinister Six, so it is possible for there to be a group of villains.
Yeah, but I don't think with Ultron, though, because I think he's too self-centered and self-driven to do with his own goals and not probably team up with other villains.
Tobey Maguire officially signed up for Spider-Man.
Oh, he did?
For the third Spider-Man.
Oh, that's
Nice.
He's
awesome.
officially on there.
Nice.
It's gonna be great. I can't wait.
Poor Andrew Garfield.
I'll probably be there soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have to, dude. They have to get them. That would
Yeah.
be so cool.
That would be.
The one
Oh,
dude
look.
who only got 2 movies.
But I will say, if they're gonna pull in Miles Morales, one of those Spider-Men have to die because that's part of Miles's canon.
Well, no, because there's the multiverse, so you can have the our Peter tagging along with Miles for like for a movie or two, if like he just crosses over or he just crosses over to Miles' universe. It's just the way it works. They don't. One just doesn't have to die.
So you're saying like another universe where Miles' Peter is already dead? And
Yeah, that's why. Like they could just do crossover. It doesn't have to end that way. Plus, people love what's his name? They love the current Peter already. That they kill him off now.
One of the other Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think if they're going to introduce Miles Morales, then the Tom Holland Spider-Man would have to die because Miles Morales has already been hinted in Homecoming. And so if that's the Miles Morales they want to use, then that would mean the Tom Holland one would have to die, unless they want to just do their own way, which I think would be preferable. Tom Holland could be the father figure to Miles.
Wasn't he also hinted in the other Spider-Man, the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
It was Donald Glover playing the uncle of Miles Morales.
That was Homecoming. That wasn't Andrew
That
Garfield.
was in Homecoming?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, Donald Glover was in Homecoming. He wasn't in Andrew Garfield's one.
Oh.
That's how they hinted it.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't seen Spider-Man Far From Home. So I don't know if there's been a character change in him as far as that goes. How does the Tom Holland... I don't think the Tom Holland one would end up as a father figure thingy. That doesn't make any sense for how he is. He's
I
like
think
a high
eventually.
schooler.
No, the reason I say that is because Miles Morales, as of now, is a child in their timeline. So when Miles Morales does eventually become older, Tom Holland would also have to be older. So eventually, Tom Holland could be a father figure.
Especially now because in Far From Home, it's after the snap. It's after the events of Endgame, and so he's having to deal with the loss of Tony, and just having to learn from that with the legacy that he left behind for Spider-Man and for Peter. And so it honestly hurts. The first couple moments of the movie where he's reminiscing and just seeing the murals that people painted of Tony Stark, it hurts. And so there's seeds of that because he's had the inspiration of having his own father figure with, they didn't show it, but with Uncle Ben and Tony. Yeah. He could just resemble that and adopt that role himself later on with Miles if that's the direction they want to go with.
Isn't he already kind of acting like a big brother figure towards Tony's daughter too? Or,
have they done that? I don't think they've done that at all.
I haven't seen
I
that.
don't remember that.
I haven't seen that at all.
I guess it's just some things that are popping up.
He hasn't really been a father figure. It's more like other people being father figures to him, like Happy being a father figure to him. What also would be really cool is if Miles didn't get dusted, so he's now 3 years older. So he's like a little bit more older, probably closer to Tom Holland's age as now. How sick would that be? Like a team up type of thing? That'd be cool.
That's probably where we're headed. Who knows?
No.
I can see it. Awesome. I love how they brought back Alfred Molina as Doc Ock too.
Dude, he did such a great job. He did an amazing job in part 2.
I wonder who's going to be the new Goblin though.
I'm not sure.
Because some people are saying...
I think they're talking about Willem Dafoe coming back.
Oh, really?
I think they're trying to sign him. I think last article I read, they're trying to sign him back on.
Because in Marvel Comics, there's Green Goblin, there's Hobgoblin, and a lot of people have been saying that they're hinting at Ned being Hobgoblin.
Yeah, they are. He lost a lot of weight. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
he lost a
it looks great.
People are thinking he's going to be a Hobgoblin from an alternate universe, where Ned wasn't his friend, but Ned was actually, betrayed by Peter, and so he wanted to get revenge. Which would be sick.
That honestly would be, though. Yeah.
So, the cameo that they put in WandaVision at the very end, it's the Quicksilver from Fox Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to start bringing in most of the other actors, or just very few?
It's funny because the newest cameo that we're going to get has been described by, Elizabeth Olsen? Scarlet Witch?
Yeah.
She described the last episode as to having a Luke Skywalker type of cameo, like they did in Mandalorian. Mm-hmm. So the next cameo we're getting is supposed to be a major one. So that could literally be anyone, but I recently watched a video of Paul Bettany, the guy who plays Vision, who described this actor being someone who he's always wanted to work with, that he's never worked with before. But this cameo is someone that he adores and he loves. And so people are trying to figure that out. And one of the people they haven't, people did a bunch of different conspiracy theory things on it, and they were like, the one actor in Fox Marvel that hasn't worked with Paul Bettany was actually Patrick Stewart, Charles Xavier. So people are thinking Patrick Stewart might cameo as in the last episode, or Doctor Strange, because he hasn't done it with Doctor Strange is the only the only character Vision hasn't been in the same movie with in the whole MCU. So people are thinking it's either Patrick Stewart or it's going to be Doctor Strange showing up at the last episode, which would be pretty sick. Which would make sense. I mean, they could both affect the alternate universe type of thing.
Yeah, because isn't Scarlet Witch supposed to be in the new Doctor Strange movie too?
Yeah.
Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah, Multiverse of Madness.
What if it's the Wolverine again?
Well, it's not the one that...
It's not going to be Hugh Jackman, dude. He already gave up that role.
They are still trying to do the Hulk versus Wolverine fight, though. They're trying to do that.
He said he would come back for that.
Hopefully he does. I don't know if he would though anymore. Maybe he's getting tired of it.
Censor out the
Probably.
branding.
Well, maybe the acting that he was showing in Logan was not just acting; it was accurate. It's like, gosh darn it, I'm tired of doing this role.
He fainted when he was doing the fights in the last.
Was
fight.
he?
He was screaming so loud, and he was getting out so much air as he was yelling. He actually passed out from
Jeez.
screaming. Yeah, he was trying to really
Um,
let the
communicate.
animal out. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Did they keep that take?
No. Dang it.
It's just like dang it, we lost the energy.
I mean, he just passed out, right? They gotta have it like somewhere. You gotta see it somewhere. Unless they're stingy.
I don't know. I mean, I'm excited, but it was just really weird when like not weird, but it felt
No, I'll be
odd.
honest, it was weird. It was very weird. Out of place.
Okay. Well, I mean, yes, out of place when like this whole phase 3 like was just over, and it was like a little just a weird. And then 2020 happened where there was no movies going on. They're still holding Black Widow away from us.
I need Black Widow now.
I need Black Widow too. Every clip I see of Taskmaster going up against her, I want that movie already.
I want to see Red Guardian.
You know how they did the Mulan thing where it's like when they released it, it was like $30 to see it now, or you could wait the 2 extra months and you could see it for, with the regular subscription. I would pay those $30 to
I would
watch
definitely pay the $30 too. Definitely.
it. I don't know. I mean,
It's because of ScarJo, isn't it?
ScarJo's great, but the action in the movie looks amazing.
Yeah, Black Widow is just a great character.
She
They
is.
they made her very well.
About time she got her.
That was
full
the
movie.
one. That was one of the few female characters people actually knew how to write, because every company has the worst decision making when it comes to writing a female character. They just gotta
Rey
make,
from Star Wars.
yeah, Ray stuck. They just write female characters to be strong and great at everything. Wait, what did I say?
Ray stuck.
Ray stuck. Ray sucked. They just have to make female characters be great at everything and not have any flaws, and it's terrible.
Because here's the thing, me as a creator too, since I'm writing something that I've talked about many times on this channel before, when it comes to writing different characters, especially strong female characters, you don't want them to be like, oh, I'm great because I'm a woman. No, I'm great because this is my backstory. This is like everything that's left till now. I put in the work. Like, make them a good character. Don't just say they're great just because, oh, I'm a woman. That's it.
Yeah,
Cuts
Captain
2 years
Marvel
later
would
in the
trust
future, we watch Cody's show. It's the biggest feminist show ever.
No.
I would assassinate.
I would never go down that route.
Yeah,
But it's
Captain
the-
Marvel was garbage.
But it's the same thing as like also
garbage.
making a dude character like the best character just because he's a dude. Like with any character, regardless of like what they are, you want to. Yeah. I saw a sale. Yes, that's true. But with any character, regardless of what they are, you have to make them a good character, not just good because they are this or this, but good because of these reasons, what they've been through, their struggles. In every hero movie, there's always like this cliche that every hero wins, which is something I love about like Endgame and like the Avengers movies. Is like they don't always win. You need like to have some defeats in there. You need to have some losses, some development between characters. And that's something I didn't really used to see back then.
I think Black Widow sucks, dude. They made her too sexual, and they made Riley really testosterones. I couldn't focus on her character at all.
Freddy, you don't have blue hair. You can't say that yet.
Nice.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Go, you guys over
Yeah, I
there.
love this show.
All right, so let's end off the episode with a question that I got from a fan. But this one was really interesting since we've been watching it recently. We just saw
We
it
will
like
post
2
it
days
here.
ago.
Well,
And
not
here,
there.
here.
Let's lower it a bit. There.
Cover up the waters and all that.
Yeah.
This fan wanted to ask, what would be our favorite Attack on Titan character and why?
Favorite Attack on
Oh,
Titan character.
damn.
I mean, I haven't seen the latest.
Yeah, I haven't seen
season.
the latest season either, but
Oh,
Unlike
well,
you
yeah.
guys,
Well,
you
you
saw
don't-
it without me.
You don't have to. There's still enough info with the past 3 seasons.
I've seen 5 episodes of the newest season, and dear
So have
God, it is amazing.
It is amazing.
I know, I bet.
Oh,
I wasn't told that you guys were just gonna watch it, so.
We can talk more about that next episode. But let's start it from Cody and all the way back to me. What's your favorite character?
I will say Mikasa because of like the fact that she's
Nothing.
what?
Mikasa.
Ah,
Mikasa Sukasa.
Mikasa.
Thank you.
Mikasa.
No, but just like the loyalty she has to like those around her and that she's willing to do.
No, not to those around her.
To
Aaron.
And somehow. No, but like yeah,
Out
just
of everybody, Aaron. Number
out of
one.
everybody, I don't. I will say I don't get the hype over Levi. Like he's good, but
Says the one who looks the most like Levi.
Wow.
right?
I didn't even think of that.
Where's your cosplay, huh? You need to cosplay that in the next con.
Dude, you gotta get yourself some cleaning
Dude,
stuff.
you gotta
get a broom.
Get yourself a jet
slipper.
black hair. Get yourself some ropes. Tie around you.
Dude, you could do the killer Levi
You would be an
cosplay.
amazing
Oh my
Levi
god.
cosplay.
the funny thing is,
He did it to
he's
himself.
about as short as me too.
Yeah!
Dude, you match it.
You're accurate. You're accurate.
Dude,
Hey.
just find you a girl who likes Levi. It's over with.
Dog,
That's
dude,
literally
no.
almost every weeb chick that's into Attack on Titan.
So why are you complaining? Go find her!
And you gotta pick a litter. Just go join Attack on Titan community, or specifically the Levi subreddit. And
It's out there. I'm sure there's multiple.
yeah, just pick
Dude,
one.
there's a subreddit for everything, so it's out there.
Go on.
I'll do it once I go back to my natural colors.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can't wait for that day.
stay tuned in the later episode when that finally happens. But yeah, just Mikasa is my favorite.
Awesome.
You're like, okay, you went from because is my favorite because of this that. I hate Levi. Levi sucks. Anyways, that's
no,
why
I didn't,
Mikasa
I
is
didn't
my
say I
favorite.
hate. I didn't say I hate Levi. I just don't get like the huge amount of hype. Like every character deserves some hype, yes, but this is like a lot of hype over this one dude. I'm like, okay.
I mean, dude, have you seen
You
what the
do
guy
you?
does? Have you seen what he does? He's
a
crazy.
fidget
He's an
spinner.
animal, dude.
Yeah.
That guy kills, dude. Levi's my favorite character because
Yeah.
he just
Makes
like
sense.
he's just super like just makes those decisions that nobody wants to make, and he just executes it. And dog,
Actually,
that's like insane.
What's the general's name? The blonde general dude?
I don't remember.
Irwin.
Erwin?
Yeah.
Dude, he's awesome. He just has the balls to
awesome.
go out there and punch a Titan in the
I mean, dude,
face.
that dude's got balls too. Yeah, he's
does.
he's real. I mean, he's the leader, dude. He's a
Dude,
freaking
he
inspiration for the
inspires
whole thing.
everybody. He's not afraid to punch the crap out of a Titan. Dude, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
If I were to have a general in my army, that would be
Yeah,
like
Irwin is
Erwin.
pretty sick.
10 out of 10 Aaron.
Yeah.
Erwin. Not Aaron. Erwin.
Yeah, I never really had a favorite character for most of the seasons. I would say the closest I was with was Irwin, but with the new season out, I think my actual favorite character is Reiner. Or how do you say his name?
Reinhardt.
Reinhardt?
Rainer.
Reinhardt.
Rainer.
Rainer. Yeah.
Reinhardt from Overwatch.
I would say Rainer is my new favorite character, just because they're expanding a lot more in the new season as to his decisions and who he was before he went to the island, before he was an Armored Titan. And dear God, I feel like I relate with him so much. Just this guy who,
Are you an Armored Titan?
dude, I'm something. I don't know what it is.
Cut your finger right now.
If I was a Titan, I'd be the one who stands like this by the buildings all the time. Rubbing some. No,
Just
but
chilling.
I feel like I relate with him so much because he's just a guy who, in the end, he's just a guy who wanted to prove himself and to love his friends and to love his family. And he just wanted to be good enough to be seen as someone honorable. And he's not. He just sucks. And he's just a broken, crippled man who has just a lot of mental damage. And all he's ever wanted was to protect the people around him and to be able to be something that people could be proud of. And in the end, he lost all of his friends. He came out as nothing. People don't look at him as someone who could accomplish anything. And I just feel like I relate with him so much, and I love that character development from someone we all saw as just a stone cold killer to someone with actual feelings and emotions and goals, and someone who's just broken. And I love that about him. I think this new season really made me appreciate him a lot more.
I'm pretty sure my favorite character will change coming with the new season too. I just need to watch it.
I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, a lot of the focus, like he said, is on Reiner. So you get to learn a lot more about him and that part of the history. It's a very good breath of fresh air. It's
Yeah.
like climbing action that's not actually happening yet until it finally gets to that moment. But for me, you gotta love Potato Girl. You gotta love Sasha, bro.
Sasha's great.
Sasha
really
literally
good.
goes from like just crippling over a potato to a literal amazing girl, just cutting titans, fighting for her life, and just proving that she's also part of the crew, part of the crew. But Yeah, it's really good, especially in the new season where she's also like tearing up Titans left and right and helping out with the operation. It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
I just got off because like you said, part of the ship, part of the crew, and he kept going. I just see Jesus. He's doing his whatever. He just looks up and he looks back down.
Yeah. You can't say that word. Only we can say that word.
Yeah. I can totally see why you relate to Reiner though, because you really are just a big loser and a shame.
That's what I'm saying.
There's nothing you could have offered to the world, and you're still standing.
I 100% agree. Yeah.
All right.
I've known him for years. He can definitely vouch for that.
I see the self-esteem is high here today.
Hey,
Oh, you thought we had self-esteem here?
Yeah,
I'm
we
sorry,
don't
you're in the
have-
wrong room.
Exactly. We don't have that here.
Everybody likes people with self-deprecating jokes.
Yes. That's our humor. Well, if we're going to end it with Attack on Titan, we need to do the salute.
No,
Yeah, I'm
no,
good.
no, I'm good.
All right, I'll do
You
it.
got it for us.
No, you get it.
Nice one,
Alright.
Levi.
Good job.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He does. If you never pointed it out, I wouldn't have seen it. But now I do.
tune in further to see his eventual Levi cosplay one of these days. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been episode 11 of the CodeO-cast. Keep tuning in for some of the other videos that we're going to have coming up soon. His cosplay, some more dating sims, some great IRL content. You guys are going to love it, and we hope to get to know more about us and our crazy thoughts and our sob stories. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on the next episode of the CodeO-cast.
Yeah. Woo!